After travelling for 2 days in a coach, Jane Eyre was put down at Whit's Cross, a crossroad on the moor. As it rolled away, Jane Eyre realized she had left her parcel inside, and given the coachman all the coins in her purse. She was alone on the open moor, with no money or possessions. Taking one of the white roads, Jane Eyre eventually found a small village. She was so hungry and helpless, but no one wanted to help her. She only got the bread from a farmer. Next day, Jane Eyre finally finds a long, low house, and there are an elder woman and 2 young ladies. She wants to ask them for help.
May I help you? Excuse me, ma'am.
The elder woman rejects Jane Eyre because she thinks she is thief. Jane Eyre feels so helpless. She drops onto the ground, wore out and prepared to die. The young lady's brother found Jane Eyre, and he brings her to home. They give her bread and milk and ask her name.
What's your name? Jane Elliot.
Jane Eyre doesn't want anybody to know where she comes from. To their further question, she answered that she was too tired to speak. And the rest of days, Jane Eyre stayed at their house. And these 2 girls, Diana and Mary Rivers, both of them are governors, and they treat good to Jane Eyre. They share everything to each other. And their brother, St. John, is the vicar in the nearest village, Morton. They only use this house called Moor House in the holidays, and he is a stern and cold man. He often away from home visiting the poor and the sick in Morton. His strong sense of duty made him insist on going. Jane Eyre wants to ask John for help to find a job for her.
Have you found any employment for me? Yes, I have. Oh, really? But remember, I'm only a poor country vicar and can offer you a job with a high salary, so you may not wish to accept it. There's already a school for boys in Morton, and I want to open one for girls. Do you want to be the teacher? You will have cottage rent-free and £30 a year, no more.
I understand that, and I am very happy to do that. And I think I can open the school tomorrow if you like.
Jane Eyre accepts the job happily, and a few minutes later, John gets a mail and comes in.
Hey, I got a message. Uncle John is dead. Oh, really?
They don't show any sadness about their uncle's death, because they have never met him, and they know he had a fight with their father because of a business deal, and that's when their father lost all his money. But on the other hand, their uncle became very rich. As they know, their uncle didn't have any relations, but there are already someone who has inherited his uncle's property. Jane Eyre has 20 village girls to teach, some of them with such a strong country accent that she could hardly communicate with them. Only 3 could read and none could write. She felt so frustrated. Jane Eyre stands at her cottage and thinks about Mr. Rochester. She feels so sad and starts crying. At the same time, John finds Jane Eyre and comes to ask her.
Jane, do you regret accepting job?
Oh no, I'll get used to it very soon. And I'm very happy to have a home and a job to do. After all, I have nothing a few weeks ago.
Will you feel lonely, perhaps?
I have no time to feel lonely.
I advise you work hard and not to look back into your past. I know you're feeling.
After their communication, they found someone is approaching.
Morning, Mr. Rivers. Our father told me you had just opened a new girls' school, so I simply had to come to meet the school teacher. Hi, it must be you. Do you like Morton? Any pupils in cottage?
Oh, indeed, Miss Oliver. And I think I enjoy teaching here. And I very love my cottage.
I'll come and help you teaching. I get so bored at home.
Thank you.
Mr. Rivers, I've been visiting friends, you know. I've had so much fun. I was dancing with the officers until 2 o'clock yesterday. They are all so charming.
Okay.
Do come and visit my father, Mr. Rivers. Why don't you ever come?
I can, Miss Oliver.
Well, if you don't want to, I must go. Goodbye.
Jane Eyre finds that there is something different between John and Miss Oliver, so she starts observing them. After a few days, John comes to meet Jane Eyre, and Jane Eyre wants to use this chance to convince John to tell Miss Oliver that he loves her. Then, John found a sketch of Miss Oliver.
She's so beautiful.
She likes you, I'm sure. And her father respects you. You ought to marry her.
I can marry her. You see, I know I love her so deeply. I know that Rosamond will not make a good wife for a missionary.
But you needn't to be a missionary.
Indeed, I must. It's a great work God has chosen me to do. I have to go.
그리워 웃어도